Those it up, CD. Oh. That was a bit of a tough grab. That was a bit of a tough grab. Man, we gonna watch the end of this, and then I'm gonna give my synopsis at the end of this. But I was wrong about this game and how it played out. Both teams look pretty rusty, though. You know what I'm saying? Look like two teams that have not played a lot of football, especially the starting units. Dak has been kind of playing lights out with what he's been given tonight, though. I mean, some of these guys haven't helped him out. CD hasn't helped him. Ferg didn't help him. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing? All right, Saquon. Man, they bottled up Saquon. Ever since that delay, Saquon has not. I don't even know if bro has gained a yard. I don't. How you doing? Is that Tammy? How you doing, Tammy? How you doing? How you doing? I expect people to trickle in here, and I'll tell you guys exactly why I was wrong. What's going on, short dog? You said run the ball. Damn, CD dropped the ball like he had 2 drops. Ferg didn't have a couple drops. I mean, this is what happens when your first team don't play together. This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? And live action a little bit. You know, at least a drive or 2 or stuff like that in preseason. But Philadelphia is trying to close this thing out. I don't know if they'll be able to close it out. Dallas might get this ball again. Both defenses have kind of settled in. Both defensive coordinators have figured out the tendencies. And they're going for broke. 2nd and long. And A.J. Brown gets his first target of the game for about 6. All right, so it's 3rd down with 1:42 left. What's going on? Everybody that's tuned in, man, say what's up to your boy. Say hello. Hit that like button. I was so wrong about this matchup. I thought Philadelphia would win by a couple scores. I figured Dallas would get something going late. I had no idea that Jalen... I'm pretty sure everybody would have picked this game a lot different if you knew that Jalen Carter was going to go out of it early. But Dallas is fighting. The Eagles are really just kind of surviving. But at the same time, you can kind of see where Philadelphia is used to these big games, used to salting out these big games, used to finishing. So we'll see. We'll see if Dallas can get a stop here. But it looks like Philadelphia might be in field goal range. Based on what Jake Elliott did earlier, he drilled a 58-yarder. All right, so it's an empty backfield. I expect Hurts to take off here. We're going to see, though. It's 3rd and 3. Empty backfield. I knew he was going to take off. I called it, bro. I called it. Like, why don't these coordinators know these things, bro? Why don't these defenders know these things? It's crazy. I think that might be it, y'all. I think that might have been the play that ends this game. This is crazy to me. They went empty 3rd and 3, bro. I'm pretty sure all the Cowboys Nation knew what was going to happen right now. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth is saying it right now. Everybody knew. Everybody, bro. Everybody knew what was going to happen. For the people that's in here, hit the like button. And I'm going to share my thoughts after the game is over. Oh, okay. All right, they're taking a knee right now. Sam Williams, a lot of shoving and stuff like that. So this game is going to end at 24-20. Philadelphia Eagles win week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to start with the things that I was wrong about. Damn, Dak looked like Tad with that mustache going in. Now Dak pulling Sam Williams aside because he acting crazy. See, yeah. CD makes those plays. This is a different game. But at the same time, you know, it's all good. Dak is trash. We ain't winning with him. I don't know who he is, bro. I don't know who he is. I'm just here to talk football, bro. But I get it though. I'm just gonna tell you from an objective standpoint, Dak wasn't the reason that Dallas lost tonight. Dak put the ball in some of these guys' hands for them to make plays, and they didn't. CeeDee Lamb, two big drops. That third one, I don't really count as a drop as much, but I will tell you in big games, big players make those type of plays. To me, it seemed like every time they dialed up some pressure against Dak, he was able to kind of deliver the football. There were some times that he almost threw the ball away to the other team, but I mean, he put them in a lot more. He put them in better situations. He put them in better situations than he did to lose that game. Um, I think they lost the game with that fumble. I think that Miles Sanders lost the Cowboys this game more than anything. There were some opportunities out there, and Ferg did drop a touchdown too. I mean, he dropped a touchdown, and on that same drive, you know what I'm saying? Same drive, Miles fumbles right after. Miles breaks a long run, but gets caught. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's not so much that Philadelphia won this game. I think it was more that Dallas is not ready yet under the new coach to put it all together yet. And I think early in the first half they missed Micah. I think in the second half they were able to. Well, I'll tell you what. With the delay, I think the delay allowed Eberflus to get that defense in order. What's going on, Lola? How you doing? James Picard said, thanks, Sanders. I think the defense was not good early on, but I think they picked it up after that delay. If that defense that showed up all night, like I said, I think it was more about Dallas just wasn't ready. They just weren't ready to win this type of a game yet. But I do think that it could happen. They just had a lot of pieces that need to work together. You know what I'm saying? The defensive line, I think they started understanding each other and understanding how to play Philadelphia. But there was also a lot of things that happened, too, on the other side, too. They lost Jalen Carter, which they should have lost Jalen Carter. And Jalen Carter's ass should be suspended a couple of games for spitting on Dak like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dak might have spit on the ground around you, but your dumb ass don't need to go on camera and get caught spitting on his damn jersey. Like that was just stupid. You know what I'm saying? That was dumb. And then Landon Dickerson goes out with a back injury after a big Saquon run. So you could kind of tell that the execution of the Philadelphia offensive line wasn't there. But guess what? Dallas had a whole bunch of guys that had never played together, which is one of the biggest reasons I felt like in preseason they needed to play together. But Dallas had a lot of guys that are figuring things out. Coaches are still figuring out lineups, especially the defensive line. Like Dallas has one thing they don't have is depth issues at the edge position. When they figured it out, they did. Lola, you're right. The game was there to win, and they just weren't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not anything Philadelphia did where you say that's just a championship team imposing their will. If anything, I think. Now this is what I will say about the National Football League that people gotta realize. In the National Football League, it might not always look pretty, but you just got to collect the wins. And I do think that Philadelphia does a good enough job of collecting wins early on under Sirianni where it might not look pretty. And then they start hitting stride right about the middle of the year to second half of the year. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My phone kind of froze a little bit, so I'm just going to hold it with my hand and see what comments were there. Quan says CD knows this is his fault. Hopefully it gets him to lock in. Needed more schemed up for GP too. GP had a big third down catch on that drive too. K. O'Neal says we need an RB1 in veteran DT, so he is sized to split with Clark. I was just saying that. I've been telling people that. What's going on, Chris? I do think that I like what Javonte Williams offered Dallas tonight with his thumping tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a hard guy to tackle. He's tough. But I don't know that it's enough. You know what I'm saying? Was it enough tonight? Could have possibly been. But I do think that some of the lanes that they were able to create with that scheme, the scheme looked real good tonight. That's one of the things. So let's go there. Let's talk about the things that I was wrong. Man, this tripod is making it very, very difficult. What's going on? This tripod is not trying to let me be great today. It's trying not to be great, so I'm going to hold it. All right? I was wrong about Dallas's run game. Dallas stuck with the run game in this game. There was a time that Dallas ran the ball 3 straight times, and I was like, man, they ran the ball 3 straight times. They stuck with the run in the time that they needed to stick with the run. And quite honestly, Miles Sanders just, bro, you messed up your opportunity, dog. It is what it is. You ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. In Carolina, I think that it was rah, 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 rah. And then, Philadelphia got rid of you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you had it right there. You had the opportunity to stick it to your old team, and you pissed down your leg. Like, at the end of the day, if Miles Sanders got his walking papers tomorrow, he ain't got nobody to blame but himself. As a running back, you got, bro, your number one job, protect the football. Protect the football. And I do think that was the deciding factor in this game. Were there opportunities? Yes. But that right there, nobody scored a point after that moment. Nobody. You didn't even get 3 out of that, bro. Like, you got nothing. You got 0, zilch. But up until that point, Dallas was running all over Philadelphia without Jalen Carter. And that was smart by Shotty. I'm going to tell you. When they lost that big plug in the middle, they lost the best defensive tackle in football. Man, look, it is what it is. Hey, Swoop, bro. I don't got a team right now, bro. I'm just calling football, dog. It is what it is. I don't have a team right now, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole offseason, and Micah was the last straw, but that's not the reason. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons, right? Happened tonight. Trayvon Diggs played a hell of a football. He played a hell of a football game tonight. Trayvon Diggs played his ass off tonight. You're going to watch the film and you'll probably say that. Yeah, he missed the sack and everything, blah, 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 blah. I sat and watched, and y'all can go check out the short where I talked about him being docked for that $500K. And you watch how the fans turned on him. You watch how Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, how they disrespected Trayvon Diggs. They disrespected Dak. They disrespected a lot of those players with that opening press conference, for one. And then number 2, Micah, the deal not getting done. But Trayvon is back 2 months early, y'all. No apologies, no nothing. Just turn the fan base against Trayvon for no damn reason. Talk bad about Steele. You talk bad about people doing things that they were supposed to do. Now, Micah pouted during negotiations and stuff like that. Yes, that's absolutely true. But when guys do what they're supposed to do, they come back early. Yeah. Okay, he didn't work out at our facility and he could have came back earlier. Well, he played his ass off tonight. So y'all need to be kissing his grits tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so what I will say this, Rome said this. So I talked to Rome a lot. Me and Rome talked in the middle of the game. Me and Rome talked. Cowboys playing with house money right now. Tonight, Dallas was supposed to get steamrolled, and they did not. They did not. You know what I'm saying? 805 Cowboys said add agent zero. Hurts ain't getting all that. Yeah, I agree. But bro got to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should have went to where Trayvon went. He stayed with them with the Dallas people. Maybe he should have went where Trey went. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should have went there. I don't know. Cowboys Thanos, DMV, do you guys gossip? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Like at the end of the day, maybe he's talking about me and Rome. Man, me and Rome, Rome and Tuck, we're real. We're like brothers. We talk every day. Like what y'all see on Cover 3, we just brought it to the screen, but we talk every day. We bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why if I bring them up or something like that, it's all love. It's all respect. Lead commander said no. Jalen Carter was huge for the Cowboys tonight. Yeah, that was a big part of what I was wrong about, because I expected Jalen Carter to play, and I thought that Dallas would just give up on the run. I thought it was incredibly smart by Shotty to take advantage of that, take advantage of them before they could really adjust. You know what I'm saying? Dallas just didn't take advantage of it when they got down there and Miles Sanders fumbled that damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Amazing creations, DMV. It wasn't Dak's fault this game. CD have to catch the freaking ball. I mean, yeah, CD does have to catch those, but I'm gonna blame Miles Sanders. I'm gonna blame Miles. I blame Miles Sanders more than I blame CD Lamb, because you had the momentum, and the momentum was going in your direction, and that those are just things that can't happen. Drops happen, yes, sure. There were, but when you're down there and you're close, and you're in the red zone, you got to cash that thing in. And I mean, on top of that, you just got the penalty. You just got the penalty for Ferguson. I didn't even think that was a penalty, but you just got the penalty for Ferguson getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And then you fumble the damn ball, bro. You down there, you cannot fumble the football. Nobody scored a point after that. It was just a whole bunch of stalled out drives after that. But at that point, you gotta take care of it. Miles reminds me of Hunter Lipke last year. It's funny. It's actually funny. You know, Hunter Lipke signed an extension, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't have trouble getting extensions. Some people just don't have trouble getting extensions. But Bros is the highest paid running back in that room, and Hunter Lipke got zilch touches tonight. Don't want to go get an RB1, don't want to spend money. Can't even get Nick Chubb, but you can pay Hunter Lipke, and he ain't touching the football. Bro, listen. I don't understand it. Y'all gonna have to explain it to me. Maybe later on they'll figure out some stuff, but I just don't understand why you had to make that extension if that's not somebody that's touching the football. You could have signed Hunter after this year. All right, I'm just keeping it. James Cowboy said, thanks again. Dak never runs. I don't know, man. He got away from some pressure today, man. They just got to catch the ball. They got to catch the ball, because there were some opportunities. If Ferg catches that touchdown, because look, I'm talking about Miles Sanders, but Ferg dropped the damn ball. He dropped the touchdown. Miles Sanders gets hawked. Ferg drops the touchdown. Fumble. Those are signs of a team that's just not ready to win right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll change, but all of the players were left out there. I'm pretty sure the players are going to say it. I'm pretty sure Shotty is going to say it in his press conference. I just named the plays right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even if this is the one thing, like I'm talking about Miles' fumble, but Jake Ferguson was in the end zone, bro. Mr. Extension, dropped that damn ball that was right in his hand. I mean, he had us. Let's see. Schoon dropped his also. Forwards dropping dots. Yeah, I mean, don't want to pay $4 million for King Henry, but Hunter, we got you. Yep. Hold on. I know CD dropped some balls tonight, lead commander, but teams can't cover this guy. Yeah, he had a big night. He does have to bring in, but if you want to be the best of the best, you got to bring in those passes. You know what I'm saying? I think that if he brings in those passes tonight, I think you have a stronger discussion about him being, you know what I'm saying, creme de la creme. But it's because of those drops and sometimes those timely drops. I think that that's more timing, though. Like, to me, that's also why I think they need more live bullets in preseason. Because, like I said, it was sloppy play on both sides. Typically, Philadelphia plays their guys in preseason. They didn't this year. And they didn't look sharp tonight. Philly didn't look sharp. I expect them to. But actually, let me tell y'all something. Before the whole Micah saga, and I thought Micah was going to get a deal done, or I thought Micah was going to play, and when this game was first announced, I was like, Dallas is going to win, and they're going to take advantage of Philadelphia being sloppy early on in the year, because Philadelphia is typically always sloppy early in the year, and I just figured, I do think if Micah played tonight, Dallas wins that game, but that's neither here nor there. He's not here. He's not with Dallas anymore. So I do think they figured out some stuff in the second half, and I think, you know, you can kind of see where they're going to be better stopping the run. You could see where Dallas is going to be better stopping the run. You could see where Eberflus and his scheme is a lot more detailed as far as looks and traps and stuff than Mike Zimmer or Dan Quinn even. I did like some of the things that Eberflus was able to do and to make adjustments. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting Dallas to stop the run, and I was not expecting Dallas to run the football as good as they ran it tonight. I was not expecting. I did bet the plus 8.5 for Dallas, because even though I thought it was going to be a 2-score game, I was like, it's the NFC East, anything can happen. So I did bet the plus 8.5, and I won that tonight. So that's good. But I just kind of wanted to get on here, talk about some of the things that I was wrong about. Here's one thing that I will say about both teams. I still don't think we know who both teams are. I don't know if they're good teams or if they're bad teams. We still got to see other people play. But I wasn't impressed by the football that I saw from either side today. I'll just keep that 100. No dog in the fight. Just calling it down the middle. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with calling it down the middle, Dallas really just missed the opportunities to go out there and take that football game. Philadelphia kind of survived. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. I'm going to go get some rest, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.